right mind. I don't wanna be on the ground when the time flies. Had so many friends go, I wonder when it's my time. I live every day like I'll die by the nighttime. It took me so long getting back to my right mind. 5 days straight, no rest, oh well. I don't need no scale. I've been on my, I don't need no help. Always getting money, rains, no sleep. Every day I work my thumb. I don't get to take off. A hater get up. I'm ready like lift off. I never been nowhere, but I'm just trying to live. I don't know what these mad for. I just signed a deal and got a really big bag for it. You still at your mama crib ain't getting money, you gotta ask for it. I'm tired of complaining. I gotta bitch change my situation. Looking at the view outside, I thought I would never make it. Every day they take, but that don't stop the money making. If you want it, go and take it. Ain't no point in hesitating. I don't wanna be on the ground when the time flies. Had so many friends go, I wonder when it's my time. I live every day like I'll die by the nighttime. It took me so long getting back to my right mind. I don't wanna be on the ground when the time flies. Had so many friends go, I wonder when it's my time. I live every day like I'll die by the nighttime. It took me so long getting back to my right mind.
Rick Rock, TikTok, West Hip Hop. Are you ready for some football? Ladies and gentlemen, yeah. Down in Mississippi and New Orleans, Big Snoop Dogg got a Madden lead. His team is off the hook and you don't really want none, but if you tell your mama and tell your daddy and tell the whole damn world this is Madden territory. Tell your mama and tell your daddy and tell the whole damn world this is Madden territory. Come get some if you want some, but you ain't bad enough, so you can't take none. I'm Big Snoop Dogg and I'm the only one. And when it comes to Madden, all y'all fools my sons. Haha, bag up off me and watch you lose. Snoop Dogg is on the mic, I'm giving Madden blues. And if you choose to run up on me, you gon' get laid out so fast. Cause I can get you with the run or I can hit you with the pass. Come on. I can't be touched and I can't be schemed. Roll it when I'm in a mud league. 2-0, Madden time on you suckers. Y'all can't get close, so why you wanna touch us? Cause my team is so hard. My team is legit. Madden 20, Snoop Dogg is, I get it. I got cleats on my feet, jersey on my back, helmet on my head, ready to attack like that. Down in Mississippi and New Orleans, Big Snoop Dogg got a Madden lead. His team is off the hook and you don't really want none, but if you do, come and get some. See, tell your mama and tell your daddy and tell the whole damn world this is Madden territory. Tell your mama and tell your daddy and tell the whole damn world this is Madden territory. If you want some, but you ain't bad enough, so you can't take none. I'm Big Snoop Dogg, and I'm the only one. And when it comes to Madden, all y'all fools my sons. Bag up off me and watch you lose. Snoop Dogg is on the mic, I'm giving Madden blues. And if you choose to run up on me, you gon' get laid out so fast. Cause I can get you with the run or I can hit you with the pass. I can't be touched and I can't be schemed. Roll it when I'm in a mud league. 2-0, Madden time on you suckers. Y'all can't get close, so why you wanna touch us? Cause my team is so hard. My team is legit. Madden 20, Snoop Dogg is, now get it. Big Snoop Dogg, it's in the game.
Tell me what you want, what you need. Tell me what you wanna give, how much blood would you... Everyone tells me it's a bit of a mess. Someone tell the risk I was never at the end. I would never get the off my chest, though.
We're about 40 miles south of Candlestick Point as we welcome you inside Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Carolina Panthers and the San Francisco 49ers. The veteran kicker Robbie Gould set to get us started, and we are underway from Santa Clara. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. Now the man from nearby Stanford, Christian McCaffrey, is shoving his way inside the 35. That's good for 21 yards and a first down.
Something to watch here in week 1 of the season, tackling. Because you and I both know that in the preseason, a lot of these guys don't play a whole lot. Plus the intensity and the speed really ratchets up on opening week.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Newton. Gets this to his running back. It's Christian McCaffrey. 2 chunk plays in a row. The last one was over 20 yards, and so is this one. We often, with Cam Newton, talk a lot about his legs. Don't forget about that arm.
He can throw it on a rope. He can loft it. He's got the touch that's been developed throughout his career. But the big part about just watching him throw it seems almost effortless.
It's a room to maneuver. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. This game not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two. That opening drive rhythm continues right into play number 3.
Whatever they decided that they wanted to run before the game, it's working pretty well for them right now. Moving the ball downfield at a nice rate. And guess what? I think the chain crew might have to get a little oxygen over there. They have to keep moving downfield with first downs on each play.
And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
All right, Brandon, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. First carry for the former Florida Gator, Jordan Scarlett. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And just like that, it's 3rd down.
Here we go. 180. 8.
Newton now to throw. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
Well, it's about how teams are so competitively matched, and you just want to make those plays that give you an advantage. How about right here? The difference between letting them score a touchdown versus holding them to a field goal, that's absolutely huge with the play he just made.
And you know he hated taking the loss there on 3rd down. Well, all offseason, probably a lot of thought goes into that first drive of week 1. They didn't get the touchdown, but at least they got something.
And what I like about it is that they didn't overthink it, because you're exactly right. A lot goes into the offseason, the preseason, to get to that first drive of the regular season. They went right downfield, mission accomplished, points on the board.
Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10 at the 20. They'll run for the first time with Tevin Coleman. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. That good for 22 and a first down. You know, I have a pretty good friend, Charles Davis, who tells me that when he sees plays like that, strong runs to the right, reminds him of the 1960s Green Bay Packers.
Boy, those were the days back when the fullback actually carried the ball as well as blocked. Then you had a halfback. You had pulling guards, guys who could get out and run. And you can hear the great coach saying it back then. So we get a seal here and a seal here, and we run this play right in the alley.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. That pass just a little bit off. It looked like maybe he tried to force it in there.
Game speed, always different, no matter what you do in practice. Can't simulate it, right? So your decision-making, everything has to be a little bit quicker. Sometimes it can throw you off until you adjust.
Here we go.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41.
Come on, Omaha. We want it. Come on.
Looking to throw, Garoppolo. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards. And a nice start there to the aerial attack to pick up the first.
And I think preseason is officially over now. Getting into the groove of the regular season, that's a great way to get started. First drive of the season, what a nice completion.
So the ball moves from their own 41 to the other 41 here for 1st and 10. First rep of the game for Josh Jacobs. And the lane closes up quickly as he'll get about 3 down to the 38.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
11.
On 2nd down, it's Coleman. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. 16 yards, a first down. 2 carries for him now on the opening drive, both for good yardage.
And based on film study, they thought that there was a chance to spring him more than once for some pretty good yardage in this game.
11. Six. Hey, high 7.
On first down, Garoppolo completes it to the tight end, Kittle. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds.
It certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways it can hurt a defense, and guys want to be involved. They can be in line, close to the line of scrimmage. They can split out like receivers. But hands, route running, speed, and some toughness to go across the middle, you put it all together, you got a heck of a tight end.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Eric Reed. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Now, they told us repeatedly earlier in the week in our meetings, we need some plays from our defense here on the road early. They got one.
And don't think they were above all week long pointing out to their defense that the other defense is rated higher than them. You going to let that happen, guys? Is that how we're going to play? And they responded to the challenge.
That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
At the 2-yard line.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. From the end zone, Newton. Wright's got it. And he's taken down, but able to get this up to the 20-yard line. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards. So the previous play, a big help, as now they'll have it 1st and 10 up at the 20. Newton going to hand it off to McCaffrey. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
From the 22, here's 2nd and 8. Here's Newton, and unsuccessful there trying to dump it underneath. That'll bring up 3rd down.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that fell harmlessly to the ground. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. A big boot that time. 57 yards the official distance. And the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that.
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. Touchdown, 49ers. Dante Pettis. 70 yards, and the 49ers have now taken the lead. Gold able to tack on the extra point, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. The shotgun snap for Newton. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. 14 yards, good for a Panther first down.
One of the selling points of the corner route is usually the receiver is able to move away from the defender. But in this case, he didn't get that far away.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Newton, meanwhile, here connecting with McCaffrey. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. 11 yards and a Panther first down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Again, Newton. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Getting the sack, the 227-pound linebacker, Quan Alexander.
Well, that's the second time he's been sacked so far in the first half. And if they have designs on having a big year, on going anywhere, they've got to find a way to keep him upright so he can throw the football.
So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. Newton to throw. He'll get this to McCaffrey out of the backfield. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down. Seems as if the passing attack's starting to heat up a little bit here in the second quarter.
You can sense and you can see the momentum because now they're reading their patterns downfield, they're understanding the coverages, and they're finding the open holes in the defense.
49ers have an extra defensive back on the field, a nickel set for 3rd down. From the gun, here's Newton. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. We know that Gano has that big leg. He had the longest made field goal in the NFL last year, 63 yards to beat the Giants in Week 4. That was the longest game winner in NFL history, and he converts from long here again. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, let's see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. I mean, that's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
First down, San Francisco. The pickup, 14 yards.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because in a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Garoppolo. And to the tight end here, Safarian Jenkins. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. He'll get a dozen there, and it's a first down, 49ers. Cool under pressure right there, escaping the pocket and finding what I think was not his primary target.
And some of these guys are just so comfortable getting outside of the pocket that they'll do it on purpose. It doesn't even need to be a breakdown. They move, and they know it affects the defense because a lot of times you get lost in coverage in the secondary, and I think you're exactly right. Wasn't his primary target. Found a secondary guy who sprang open, probably because of his movement out of the pocket.
Oh, he's going to look end zone here for Pettis. And nearly picked off there. Almost intercepted. Instead, second down.
A missed opportunity for an interception would have killed off a drive. They had a chance there to finish things off. Didn't get it done. I guess that's why a lot of those guys do not play offense.
Here we go.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a second and 10.
Check. I got you. Motion.
Garoppolo going to hand this one to Coleman. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. In on the tackle there, Luke Kuechly.
When we talk about Luke Kuechly, you can't talk about his overall game without talking about his intelligence and how he controls the whole defense. He quarterbacks that defense, and at times will actually make checks, just like a quarterback would on offense to get them into the right defense. They definitely were on that play. How about that finish? Holding that to a minimal gain.
Throwing now is Garoppolo. Open man is Pettis. It's complete. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 20-yard line. Boy, the evolution of the game and how these guys on plays like that can get out of the pocket, keep plays alive, it just makes things so much harder for defenses.
It really does, and we're talking about an era in the game where the quarterbacks are the most athletically gifted that we've seen in a bunch. I mean, when you talk about collectively, it's unbelievable. So their ability to move is practiced now. It's not necessarily, oh, he just took off and you guys figure it out. When he takes off, everyone knows where to go now. They know how to run routes, change things, make themselves presentable for the quarterback. That's a lot of time that they put in on it. It's not just your static 1, 2, 3. This is where the ball goes anymore.
Right there.
Well, you don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
Joker. 13. Check nickel.
Throwing on second and 14. Garoppolo. Safarian Jenkins has it. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
First and goal at the 4-yard line.
We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. Here's Jacobs. And he gets halfway there from the 4 to the 2 on a gain of 2. Good first step there defensively, but they're still knocking on the doorstep, so maybe another run here?
I think so. And one of my favorite coaches used to say, son, if you can darn near lay down near the end zone and get in, give me my best power running play with my best back right now.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal.
I hope you brought your left because I'm about to take you to school. Lock. 21. Here we go.
They'll run it with Jacobs. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
The play lost a yard. It's now 3rd and goal.
Here we go.
They come out here in the eye. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal.
Watch the shift.
They'll run with Jacobs. And across the goal line into the end zone. Touchdown 49ers. Taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead.
And that lead is now 7 with a chance to go to 8 or more if they want to get crazy here, which we don't expect. But I just know the way the game's being played with the analytics, there's going to be a lot more of going for 2 in a lot of situations, isn't there?
Yeah, there's going to be. And I think their focus here, they don't want to give up anything going into the lockers on the other, and just a little bit of time left on the clock.
Yeah, they don't want to do anything to erase the good feeling they have right now by getting this late score in the half.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Inside of a minute left in the half, does the fact that you're down on the scoreboard influence what you do, or I guess don't do on this final drive?
It certainly does, but what influences me even more is who I've got running my football team out on the field and the weapons around him. Can he make a play? Can he get into someone that we're going to trust to take care of the ball? If that's the case, I might push it a little bit here and try and get something before the half runs out.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. To throw again, Newton. And a big loss here as he's taken down. D. Ford. What a play by him. That's going to go as a loss of 13. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Not wanting to risk another sack, they'll play it safe with a run. Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. Here's Michael Pilardi now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Fielded at the 33. An excellent return that time, 26 yards. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime.
Here we go. 180.
Watch tight end. Watch tight end. Tight end's right. Tight end's right.
4 down. Check. 4 down. 12, fellas. Here we go.
Mike 28. Mike 28. Record.
Hey, gun.
Keep moving, man. Man moving. You gotta get.
Hey, exit.
Hey, number 28. Mike.
Garoppolo, a final shot here before half. Oh, that was dangerous. Threw it into coverage, almost picked, but instead they'll keep it on second down. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. They'll spot it at the 47, so call it a 57-yard attempt. And this won't get there. Won't be on line either. It's no good. Off to the right. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. That's fielded in the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
Second and 6, just inside the 30.
Hey, alert! Alert! Alert!
Watch the slant. Check. Crouch.
Hey, gun.
Crouch. Check 99. Check 99.
They go back to the ground, this time Jacobs. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
It's 3rd down and 6.
Mike, here we go. 180!
All day. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
11. Hey, hunt!
Throwing is Garoppolo on 3rd down. Deep ball for Goodwin. That's caught inside the 20. Garoppolo able to find Goodwin for a big one. 52 yards. Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be, because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use the momentum to launch another one.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10.
54. Hey, we got to get this stop here, D. Watch
On 2nd down, Jacobs. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 5, and that leaves him with 5 more. 3rd and 5 now.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 5.
Here we go. 180!
54 Mike.
65.
It's just me and you. Say.
Man!
Switch. Mike 54. Mike 54.
Right here.
Check.
They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. Josh Jacobs. Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. Gold with the extra point, and the lead is up to 15 now. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper. And they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown. And they get to Newton and take him down for the sack. Eric Armstead, the defensive end, will get credited for the sack. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. From the gun, Newton. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Operating from the gun, Newton. That's going to be caught by Samuel. Touchdown, Carolina. Curtis Samuel, 34 yards. As they're now just an extra point away from getting back within one score. Well, they had their chances in the first half, you remember, but had to settle for 2 field goals. This time they come away with 6.
I think they actually got affirmation about what they were doing by getting a touchdown because the field goals means they got in range but couldn't quite finish it off. This time they broke through, and that's great for the old confidence.
And on the sideline, difference of a feeling between 3 and 6, is it astronomical or no?
It can be at times, that's for sure. A lot of times the field goal feels like a disappointment. The touchdown, well, that tells you you're getting it done.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. They were able to extend their lead with an opening drive touchdown here in the third quarter, but that just got matched a moment ago.
So we know that what they discussed at the half worked. Now, what are the counters to that, right? You don't just run the same things over and over. Some do.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. It's the Pro Bowler Luke Kuechly that picks it. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line.
Well, this is a defense that can confuse even the best of quarterbacks with their zone schemes. And here you've got a linebacker that's going to stay at home and just sit down in that zone. And this one basically comes right to him.
They'll try to get the running game going with McCaffrey. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down. So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Now Newton. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Nick Bosa able to run him down for a loss of 12 that time.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
20. Great.
3rd and long, it's Newton. And the pressure gets to him again. DeForest Buckner with a sack, the former number 7 overall pick.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the 49ers will take over deep in their own territory. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game, but this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football, because them doing that Puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
Here we go.
Line of scrimmage back at their own 3 now as they come up second and long. Working from the gun, Garoppolo. Looking to complete it to Pettis, and he's got him. A gain there of 21 yards.
Let's go.
It's a gain of 21 yards. That's good for a 49er first down. First and 10 at the 20-40-yard line.
Here we go, here we go, here we go. 12.
Here we go, D. Here I come again. Here I come again. Here I come again.
1, Omaha. 21.
Out. Share. You go tight. You got tight.
Here's Jacobs on first and 10. The Niners have the first down on a gain of 11.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Here's Jacobs. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. He'll get a dozen there, and it's a first down, 49ers.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up first and 10.
11.
Garoppolo now. The tight end Kittle has it on the left side. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. A gain of 10 and a 49er first down.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Garoppolo now. 5 straight completions here in this second half. First and 10. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Here we go. 180. Flag. Hey, alert.
Switch it. Rush in.
21.
Check 37. 54 is mark.
Garoppolo now. First down throw. That's complete to his receiver, Pettis. Give him a couple on the catch. It's second and 8.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
So second and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down.
11.
Let's go. You tighten up. Check 26.
Now the Georgia Southern man. This is Jarek McKinnon. They'll wind up getting 4 down to the 36.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
The Niners on third down. A perfect 4 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. From the gun, it's Garoppolo. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 20-yard line.
Couldn't just sit on it here, could they? Had to throw the ball on third down. Got the big completion in the pickup.
Here we go.
Fresh set of downs now. They've got to feel great.
And defensively, a backbreaker. Garoppolo, perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Well, no doubt here in the fourth quarter, this is a huge defensive series.
Hey, they can read the scoreboard. They realize if they give up a field goal here, this game might be out of reach. They understand the stakes and are playing accordingly.
Here we go.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Mike 54. Double dog. That's the way.
To throw, it's Garoppolo. And this would have been intercepted if he could have gotten the feet in. He didn't, so it's incomplete. Boy, that one really could have turned this thing upside down. Well, interceptions have been a problem in this one. If he could have gotten his feet down here, it would have been another.
Would have been a huge one. They've had a great game taking the ball away.
White.
Thought they had another one, just unable to get those cleats
21.
inbounds.
13.
Shit. Mike 54. Mike.
I got you.
Not today, you are. Not today. Mike.
65.
Mike's by 4.
From the gun on 3rd, Garoppolo. And that will be incomplete.
I think that was a good job there defensively. They did allow them to drive all the way downfield, but once they got their backs to the goal line, they really turned up the pressure.
Yeah, they let them get all the way down here. Now the field shrinks. They've struggled to convert, and that last incompletion brings up 4th. A big one there. That gives them a little cushion and makes it a 2-score game.
Yeah, bled a little time off the clock, put some points on the board. It's not totally out of reach yet, but it has to feel pretty good to them right now because as a defender, you go out on the field and say, guess what? You can put some points on the board, but that won't beat us.
And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
And he stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on 3rd down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
The Panthers on 3rd down. A pretty woeful 0 for 5 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. And he's going to have the first down yardage to the 35. 8 yards, first down as they're able to convert. The job 1 to pick up the first down is complete. That was a big 3rd down conversion, but they got to watch the clock. It's starting to become their enemy a bit here in a 2-score game.
Which means they have to pick up the pace, right? The tempo has to be up. And what they do is they tell the quarterback in his helmet.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Nick Bosa able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Throwing on 2nd and long. Newton being chased out left. And that'll be incomplete. Curtis Samuel, the intended target. But now it's 3rd down.
Now that's a tough throw for a right-handed quarterback, rolling out to his left and trying to get the ball to a receiver. We've seen all those drills where they're trying to get the shoulders square and pointed towards the target downfield.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Back to throw, Newton. Buying time to his left. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by DJ Reed. And he'll take it across midfield to the 46-yard line. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. They run on first down as they get about 3. 2nd and 7 forthcoming. Give them 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up 2nd and 7.
12, fellas, here we go. Set hut. Set hut.
Once again, it's Jacobs. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. The Panthers going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll get it with just over 90 seconds to go in the ball game.
Here we go, here we go, here we go. 180!
Wide, get wide. Check.
11.
Check hot route. Hot. Check 3.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Jacobs, and he can only manage to get this to the 45-yard line, well short of the first. Now the Panthers going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll get it with just under 90 seconds remaining. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And out of bounds, sailed over, looked like right near the pylon. This one's going to be perfect. Directional kicking at its finest, right down at the 1-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back at the 2. Dee Ford in there to take him down, and the clock will roll. Facing the prospect of a punt from their own end zone, they need some cushion. Let's see what they can do on 3rd down.
Check.
Out of the gun, Newton. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. 14 yards, good for a Panther first down. Newton now 9 of 16 through the air as he's got it 1st and 10. Open man is Samuel, complete. And all the way down to the 42. So the victory here for San Francisco. And with that, our journey begins, Charles. Week 1 in the book.